Hello everybody, how are we today? We are here on my first attempt to be doing some kind of a regular live stream. I've drawn up a schedule and everything. So yeah, here we are. We will be generally chatting. We will be doing some tarot readings. We're going to be doing our monthly zodiac tarot readings. And if you have any questions or you would just like a general card pulled, you can also request that. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here. Drop a question in the comments wherever you are watching this. And sometimes there's nobody in here, sometimes there's a lot of people in here, so depending how many there are, I will try and get to all of them, but sometimes I will just randomly pick one, depending on how we're doing for time. If you would like a live reading and you would like to be guaranteed to get that live reading, there is a QR code on the screen. You can also go to indiepsychics.com and yeah, and book one there. So those are all the options. Yeah. It's quite nice to be back where I am attempting to get a bit of a live stream schedule going. We are kind of running across a couple of channels. If you're watching this on Twitch, that's easy. You'll get all of them. If you're watching this on Facebook, likely you will also get all of them. If you're watching on YouTube, because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, we have to be a little bit more selective with what we post. So there is a Indie Psychic channel, which you can find. If you want to watch the other streams, so my main channel that I used for years is still going, and the hedge witchery type videos are going onto their own channel. So there is now a hedge witchery channel as well. The main reason behind that is, I said, just the way the YouTube algorithm works, but there will be at least 2 live videos going out from me now each month. There will be one which is usually the last or the 4th Friday of the month, which is the hedge witchery one, which is kind of storytelling and folklore and all of that kind of, and we look at the kind of the calendar as well, like the traditional celebrations, the traditional calendar, as well as folklore stories. And we go, that's usually about an hour long. The last one, we've done the first one. I did the first one this a couple of weeks ago, and it was about an hour. We did okay. I did okay on the time. So yeah, that is on the hedge witchery channel, and I'm going to be putting more of the like folklore traditional witchcraft stuff on that one. I'm not moving stuff off my original YouTube channel. That's just going to live there. It's also the only one that's monetized, yeah. But that channel is my original one, is going to focus on the craft tutorials and things, the yarn craft tutorials, because that's where the bulk of the followers came from. And the stories on that channel still have like little travel bits in, and I'll probably still put book reviews on that one once I get back into the habit of doing those as well. So yeah, kind of just coming back to the stuff I haven't done for a number of years, which is quite nice. And yeah, it's good to revisit it, especially now I'm kind of being reminded of a lot of the historical stuff, especially in the folklore stuff, because I am currently doing a history degree. Well, it's an open degree, so I'm doing a little bit of social studies and with it, a little bit of art history. little bit of cultural stuff, but mainly history. So yeah, that's kind of refocused that for me. So yes, if you would like a free card pull, drop a question or just say, can I have a card please? Drop it in the comments, and I will answer it. If you're just listening to this because you have it on in the background, then hello. We are going to be going through the usual zodiac ones. Interesting one, actually. Mentioning the Hereditary podcast, I normally do a whole calendar thing, and I look at any like astrological events as well to go over the history of them, and completely missed the fact that we have a eclipse this month. We have a whole eclipse. Well, it's not a complete eclipse, but it's nearly a complete eclipse on the 12th of August. So I think most of the Western world can see it to quite a large degree. Looking at the maps, I certainly know where I am towards the west of Scotland. I think we're getting a 92% coverage eclipse on the 12th of August. So it's not a full eclipse, but it's if you're in the UK. But I think the entirety of the UK it's all at least 90% when I was looking at it. So that's happening. What else have I been doing recently? I've been getting involved with some local campaigning where I live. I live up near Glasgow. That's the easiest way. If I give you the exact town name, nobody, unless you live actually in the west of Scotland, knows exactly where it is. But we live near, there's a whole push at the moment to put data centres, like a lot of data centres, along the parts of the central belt in Scotland, and I live within 5 miles of 3 of them. So yeah, the community is not, well, the community that knows about it is not happy. There's big swathes of the community that don't seem to know about it or don't seem to understand the implications, and the local politicians are being a little bit, I want to say shady, but every time we write to them and ask for information about it, we keep getting told, well, there hasn't been a formal planning application yet, so we can't comment on it. But they're all over the local press talking about how amazing it is and how it's going to be so good for the area. And I'm like, aren't you meant to make unbiased planning decisions? And how are you doing that if you're already meeting up with the company that's going to benefit from them and shaking hands and celebrating with them? So yeah, it's all a little bit, it's a little bit concerning. So I was at a meeting last night, so we've got a little team of volunteers that are going to try and fight it as best we can, even if it ends up being a little bit of a, we hope it's not going to be a losing battle, but we're certainly not going to allow there to be just no battle. I'm just seeing how well, because the light in here is low. That is quite low, but I fear if I put a light on, it's going to be blinding. So we're just going to go with low light tarot readings, unless people put through any requests for candles to be lit. Because I have got, as well as being able to request the more in-depth tarot readings via QR code or on indiepsychics.com, you can also request spell candles be lit, and I am happy to do those as well, within reason. I may adapt things slightly. If you ask me to do anything horribly unethical, I will not, but I will reformat it energetically so it's not horribly unethical, but will still give you a good outcome. Is the best way I can describe that. So yeah. So let's pull some cards. Let's pull some cards. Let's see where we're at. Ooh. Oh, we're getting cards jump the deck. What card is it? That's not a zodiac one. That, I'm going to guess, is just a general message. For me, probably. Or for what I've just been speaking about. What have I just been speaking about? Annoying local politicians. That's fairly standard. Let's see what we got. We have the Knight of Swords. Ambition, action and drive. Well, that's good. That's a good sign. We'll take that. That's a nice thing to get up. Okay, so let's start going through our zodiacs. So, we have. It's very quiet here. Have I not got any background music on? Wait there. Let me get some background music going in here. There we go. Do we have background music? We do. We do have background music. I'm an idiot. I can't hear the background music because I muted it so I don't get feedback on the mic. That's why that's happening. Oh, yeah, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those. Okay, so let's start with Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, we have... Okay, Capricorn, you're coming through with the 10 of Wands reversed. Now, bestie. Capricorns, I'm going to need you to take a day off, okay? This month is not the time for you to decide that you're going to pull a one woman, a one man, one person battle against the world. And when I say the world, I mean predominantly your own timescales. Like you need to delegate a little bit. We need a little bit of delegation. A little bit of delegation. A little bit of just, you know, not trying to do everything at once. Which I feel is quite important. So yeah, Capricorns, can we just chill a little bit? And not go at everything full speed this month, please. Otherwise, you're going to get very tired. And you're only going to wear yourself out, which isn't good. So yes, Capricorns. You know what? I'm going to reassess my previous statement on the lighting. We're gonna have some more lighting. It is too dark. Let's see what we can pull here. Light. Ooh. Little better. Little better. Okay, little bit brighter. We only need a little bit. We're good. That's all we really need here. Yeah. So, Capricorn. Who are we going to look at next? Aquarius. 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 Ace of Coins reversed. Like... kind of the opposite. Well, no, not the opposite. But I need you to be a little bit brave this month, Aquarius. There are going to be some opportunities come up for you. A chance to do something new. A chance to try something a little bit different. And your cautiousness, your natural cautiousness for things and overthinking them may come into play here. There may be an element of, I'm not sure that's for me. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do right now. What if it doesn't work? No. We're gonna say it. We're gonna make this a yes month, Aquarius. We're gonna take a shot at things. We're going to do the slightly scary thing, and go and see what we're gonna have an adventure. We're gonna make our own adventure by saying yes to things, Aquarius. That's what we're gonna do this month. And next we have Pisces. Pisces. Okay. Pisces. Two of Swords reversed. Occasionally you have to walk away from stuff. I feel like everyone's getting really harsh. Not harsh, but like quite like tough love style readings this month. Pisces. You can't fix everything, okay? That sometimes there isn't a solution. Sometimes you just have to look at things and go, this isn't working, so I'm just going to step away from it now. Like, this isn't for me, this isn't happening, this isn't working. Let's take a step back and not kill myself trying to find the solution to it. Figure out when that time is. Make sure you have worked out your line in the sand moment when it comes to figuring out how much energy and time you are willing to give projects, figuring things out, and trying to find solutions for people, and know where that is and enforce it. Okay. Aries. Oh, Aries. 6 of Cups. Now, this is revisiting joy from the past. So there is going to be the chance to either reconnect with someone, revisit a place, go back to an activity or something you enjoy that you haven't done for a long time. There is going to be that door open to you this month. And you should absolutely take it. It looks like a good thing to happen. So yeah, Aries, look out for opportunities to revisit the past and derive joy from them. That was a nice one. Taurus. Oh, okay. The world reversed. Now, the world reversed is an interesting one, because what we're seeing here is basically don't rush forward. Don't kind of get a little too far ahead of yourself, I think is the best one there. You need to tie up all the loose ends. It feels like there is this desire to be like, I want to have a new start, I want to do new things, and that can be like quite a powerful emotion to have. That can be quite a strong desire. And like sometimes it can lead us to not doing the best things. It can lead us to it can lead us to just not taking all of the steps we need to finish off the previous phase first. And that can cause a few issues. That can cause a few problems. So yeah, just make sure we are finishing one kind of period before going to another. What sign was that? She realizes now she has not been keeping track. Right there. Was that Taurus or was that Aries? Was it Taurus or Aries? That was Taurus. Yes. Yes, it was. That was Taurus. Yeah. So, where are we up to? Gemini. You know what? I'm going to actually make a note, because otherwise I'll forget where I am again. Gemini. Oh. So, Gemini. Like, don't be too hard on yourself, but we might need to find external sources of motivation this month. Like we just feel a little bit fed up this month. it feels like there's just this sense of being, ugh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't like it's a hard month. Now, there's two ways you can deal with that. You can, like I say, go and find external sources of motivation, or you can be like, you know what, I'm just going to have a month's rest. Like, I'm just going to take this month and take it a little bit easier than normal. But obviously that depends on your circumstances and how easily you can do that. But yeah, Gemini, prepare to not have the most productive of months. This is just going to be a little bit of a slow one for you, I think. Now, Cancer. Oh, Cancer. It feels like you have a lot to process this month, Cancer. We've got the Knight of Cups coming up. Now, this is a card of possibilities. So if you are someone that suffers decision paralysis, you may need to make a lot of pro and cons list this month. It's good. I mean, this isn't a bad thing at all. There's a lot of opportunities opening up for you. There's going to be a lot of kind of new things that you can explore coming in. But that is going to mean making some key decisions. So just make sure you fully weigh them up. Make sure you fully kind of get your head around exactly what it is you want to do, and what your priorities are. Like I say, pros and cons list. But yeah, like a very positive month, but one that at times might feel a little bit tricky to navigate, purely because of, like I say, the amount that seems to be coming to you. Now, Leos. I apologise in advance, Leos. If you have watched these before, you know you always get a little bit of a tricky one, because I am a Leo and reading for yourself is difficult. So we have the Three of Cups reversed. Now, I feel like this is a little bit of a self-care month, to be honest. Leos, normally, especially in birth month for Leos, Leo's very outgoing, very confident a lot of the time, but it feels like birthday month this year, we take a little bit of a alone time. We take a little bit of a self-care month. We take a little bit of I just need to not have everybody else's noise in my life right now kind of month. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but given that it runs counter to, I think, the default setting for a lot of Leos, you can kind of mistake that desire to just be by yourself and have a little bit of alone time as kind of thinking there's something wrong. Like, why do I feel like this? Why don't I want to see people? This isn't like me. No, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good. So, yeah, a little bit of a self-care month. Maybe just lots of snacks, some good books, long walks by yourself. Yeah, just have a little bit of a secluded chill month, Leos, I feel. I've got that coming in. Virgos. The Emperor. Unlike Leos, Virgos are very much in that element this month. You're kind of killing it this month. You seem to be very much organized. It feels like you're taking charge of things. It feels like you're organized. It feels like you're able to make some good plans, put things in place, get things organized. And yeah, it feels like there's a lot of that kind of very ordered, very focused energy coming in for you this month, Virgo. So if there is something in your life that you know needs to be organized a bit better, or you've been kind of thinking like, I need to make sure I have the right amount of energy to tackle that, this would be the month. This would be the time to do that. Okay. Libra. Six of Swords. Now, it feels like you're kind of leaving stuff behind this month. And although that can sound like a little bit of a negative thing, I don't feel it is in this case. This is very much a time of kind of figuring out what is still working for you, what is still bringing joy into your life, what still kind of has purpose in your life, and figuring out, more importantly, what doesn't, and what you're pouring energy into that you don't need to be, that is becoming a little bit draining, and just being able to take a step back from that. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's bad in any way, but it is going to be one of those months that require a little bit more reflection. Certainly. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Oh, lots happening, Scorpios. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is all about like things starting to move, things starting to gather momentum. It feels like there's been some things in your life that have been a little bit stuck, a little bit have not moved forward, or changes happen in the way you would ideally like, or the way that you hope that they would. And this is the month where that seems to actually change. This is the month where we start seeing a bit more movement on things, where we start seeing just a bit more results, essentially, for work that you've put in previously. So yeah, not a bad month for Scorpio, but it does feel like this might come a little bit out of nowhere. It kind of feels like you've been, when's this going to change? When are things going to happen? And then all of a sudden this month, results, which, good, but may come a little bit by surprise. And last but not least, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Now, don't want you to panic when you see this card. Okay, we're pulling it so we can be prepared. Sagittarius coming through with the Five of Coins. Now, the Five of Coins is a high anxiety card. The Five of Coins is all about worry, about feeling like you don't have enough energy, resources, but just not having enough. And this is going to be a month where you're going to want to take whatever steps you can to keep things in perspective. So this card often comes up as a warning that you're kind of your own worst enemy in some ways, that, the biggest issue, if you like, or certainly a big contributing factor is the fact that you are worrying about stuff. And sometimes it's unnecessary, sometimes it's non-productive. Sometimes worrying can be productive. Sometimes worrying about things is a way to turn them over in your head and find solutions. Sometimes it's just worrying for worrying's sake. And that is kind of going to be something you're going to have to make a point of discerning between this month. So just be mindful of that, Sagittariuses. And just look after yourself as well. Just make sure you put things in place to get the support you need and get the things you need to process any problems you may be going through, and go from there. So yes, those are our zodiac readings for August and the first bit of September, because we do these streams on the first Friday of the month. So yeah, I have consider, instead of doing zodiac signs, doing the seasons people were born in and going off the old quarter and cross quarter days. But I was like, I will then have to explain that calendar to everyone, and people will probably get bored of me hearing me do that every month. So we will stick the traditional seasons over on the other podcast, on the other channel, if you're watching this on YouTube, or the website. If you're watching this on Twitch or on the Lily Oak Facebook page, you get all of them. They're always there. Yeah. As always, how long have I been prattling to you? About half an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Again, if you would like a card pulled, or a general card pulled, a specific one card answer to a question, drop it in the comments. I will see them. Unless you're on the comments on the website. If you're in the... Actually, I can check those. Let me just quickly check those, because I can pull them up. It doesn't automatically feed them to me, but I can find them. Boo, boo, boo. Let me take a look. No, that's fine. There's none on there. I've also just realised it doesn't automatically play this video on this site. I need to go and fix that in my settings. As I said, we're just coming back to doing this now. We're just really starting to get back to the live streams. Yeah. And someone asked me the other day, is Tiny still reading tarot, and is she coming back to the live streams? Tiny is very busy at university right now. I know I said I'm also at university, but I'm there like part-time because I like studying stuff. Tiny's there like to do an actual full honours degree full-time. So they've got slightly more on their plate than I do in terms of that study. And also they're 20 and live near Glasgow and very often doing whatever 20-year-olds do in university cities, and having quite good fun. So yeah, they're good, but they may not be back doing the readings for a little while, bless them. Okay, I've been talking at you for about half an hour now, so I am going to disappear, because I have not seen any. I'm just checking. I haven't got any requests come through. No, we're good. We will be back. The next time I'm going to run this stream will be on, I did make a note of this, it should be on the 4th of September. There is a chance it will be on the 11th of September, because there is a chance that on the 4th of September I will be in a tent with my friends and having played in a loch on a paddleboard, depending on what the weather's like that weekend. So yes, maybe it will probably be the 4th of September, because if we do it, we'll probably go on the Saturday anyway, rather than the Friday night. But it might be the 11th, but the stream will be up, and it will appear, the listing will appear a couple of weeks before it goes live. So if you are not following one of the pages, if you're not following either the Lily Oak Facebook page, the Indie Psychics YouTube channel, or my Twitch channel, The Lily Oak, follow one of them, subscribe. It's always appreciated, and it means you get the notifications and you see the posts. So we put them up, the notice of these up kind of at least a week before, just so that if you do have any questions you want answered, you can put them in the comments ahead of time. That's absolutely fine. And also it means that you can, if you want to book a longer reading, you can, there is a link. I know we have the live services QR code when we go out live, but if you go to indiepsychics.com, it's scrolling along the bottom of the screen there, the address, then you can book them anytime you want. As soon as the live stream is announced, you can go on and book those as well. So I'm I will now disappear. It has been lovely speaking to you. I hope you found some clarity in your zodiac reading, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.